Hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 207th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition, The Capital. I'm going to go around and have my players introduce themselves.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle, also known as Guards the Low. He's a Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Geta Fenris.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a Thurge of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Theurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name is Riley, and I am playing Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Hi, my name is George. I am playing William Grows-Matrices. He is a rune of the Glasswalkers.
Last time, the Pax moved down to New Orleans, where they found several Gural and Macaulay clearing up the radiation from the nuclear strike. It is there that they found the quiver, one of the 5 fetishes required of the ill omens for the Garu nation to be successful in the apocalypse. The Pax then moved to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where they had determined that the spirit there, that there was no fetishes there. Now the Pax make their way north to Washington, D.C., to continue their quest. Happy New Year, folks, as you finally get to DC through the chaos of the country. It is January 1st, 2026, and DC is about as horrible as one would think in the nation's capital after a tactical nuclear weapon goes off. In the physical world, the National Guard, the Army, and the police, who are decked out as if they were soldiers, march around the ruins of Washington, D.C. Mass graves placed in destroyed neighborhoods. As you've been here, you recognize them as some of the poorer neighborhoods. Flags fly all over the partial ruins, including the White House, as various nationalist symbols flood the streets, pasted everywhere, people's heads down, and the like. George, looking at his phone, William, looking at his phone, lets you know that there's been a crackdown on any crimes happening in Washington, D.C. as they deal with this crisis, as almost all infractions are now dealt with giving the perpetrator hard labor or instant summary execution in the streets, which would explain the occasional gunshots you hear in the distance. What would you like to do?
I'll start if you all don't mind. The standard things that we've done are usually the survey of the strike area to kind of see the conditions there in the Umbra and the physical world, Keegan. So however close we can get, and then peek and see what that's all about. And then there's want to make contact with Rummage and a few others that if they're here in the city.
Moving through the strike zone, it hit Congress, and Congress is now in rubble. The president survived, and only a few congressmen and senators exist, as emergency powers have been given to the president of the United States in these war times. And of course, states are scrambling to try and refill their representatives, but until then, the president and her administration have carte blanche to basically do whatever they want. The radiation is thick here, and people are sent, some with and some without PPE, into the radiation zones to dig out radioactive rubble, placing them in trucks to drive off. It looks like the people without PPE are recent criminals who are just placed on this job and are given PPE after their first day when they can find some for those who survive day one of their new work. In the Umbra, Congress is also missing, and inside is a rift that goes into the dark Umbra itself. You see the maelstrom on the other side as ghosts are being flung into the penumbra with fumelings feasting on them. On top of that, strange, horrible police-like spirits with the heads of rabid dogs in police uniforms as they slam them down, and their tusk-like, pig-like hands opening up, splitting, and feasting on the flesh and the corpus of the spirits, as Gaian spirits run and are feasted upon in similar ways as you see strange spirits goose-stepping through the streets, and various twisted mockery or twisted new forms of old hate symbols seem to fly everywhere.
So this would probably be the place then.
No, I think you're right. And what I'm trying to come to is how we might have the Restless Dead assist us if we can assist them. Doing both is to our benefit no matter what, so I intend to help them, as well as taking care of this just horrible situation here. There is another part of this that I'd like to try to pursue once we're able to make contact with some of the leaders here in the city, in addition to Rummage and any others. That'll be the other thing Keegan is trying to find. The assuming she wasn't killed or isn't dead, is finding the elder here that Zeb had talked to before when he met her on the streets. But that's going to be more of a looking around because she's probably busy.
Yeah.
I think there's more that we can do than just taking care of this problem, and I'm not saying that this situation is an incredibly difficult one. I think there's more that we can do to try to move things in our favor, and I want to be able to talk to the rabble and some of the Bonars here and see about doing that. The other thing that I would like to survey, Keegan, or look for, and I'd probably look for where some of the monuments are on the mall, are aspects of the spirit of liberty or of that notion and how it might be bound here right now, because there's a lot of fake nationalism. And so that'll be part of Zeb looking in the Umbra for those traces.
Could I get an intelligence occult diff 9? Very little liberty here as scrags run through the streets and consume the last few Gaian spirits.
May I spend a willpower?
You may.
I will spend 1 willpower. I am glad I did that.
Not a spirit of liberty to be found. Not here in the United States, especially at its capital.
Very well.
It's a rift to the Dark Umbra. Do you think the Legion does its work on the other side?
That's a good question. What I know the issue to be with the Maelstrom is that it also destroys the Restless Dead. And so if they too are battling that in addition to this horrible portal, the problem is likely that they are being pulled through into the Penumbra and then destroyed by the Banes that are here. And it's not of their control that that's occurring. So we'll have to close one for sure. But this is just going to be more difficult because those dead are the Restless Dead are avoiding multiple things. The Maelstrom that would swallow them, the fact that they've been ejected into the Penumbra, and then the things that would destroy them here. So there are many problems happening at once. The first one that I'd probably tackle or look to tackle would be the issue of the Banes that are here and trying to get things stabilized before we go and we try to cleanse that area. Because when we do, we will attract, as we know, we will attract everything, and 2, it's killing all of the Gaian Banes here, or Gaian spirits here. We might be staying here a little bit longer than just a few hours.
Agreed. The logistics of this seem monumental.
I think it can be done. Let's go and try to talk, or let's do some looking around. They're likely probably huddled amongst the homeless people, or otherwise. We'll get away from where all the checkpoints are and see if we can track down some friends.
And you do find Mother Tamara. She's looking a lot worse for wear. She does have some radiation burns that she's trying to regenerate.
She work in a corner. I mean, she's like on the corner panhandling, or just.
She's hanging out. She's actually in one of the last kind of okay parks here in DC now,
okay.
As it's overrun. As she's helping basically various refugees and things like that. As it's becoming more and more difficult to determine the difference between refugee and homeless person here in Washington, D.C. after this attack.
Zeb will approach Mother Tamara. Well, sweetheart, I feel like you stood me up on our last date. I still owe you a drink.
Good luck finding one here.
I'd ask how it's been, but I've seen it everywhere. I imagine it's pretty hard. What can we do to help?
We're trying to help with the people here, trying to do what we can. We have several in the Umbra right now. Roger has gone up to New York to try and pull some of the rabble down since the green is gone and the Karen no longer exists, but ours does, though it is weakened and dying.
We're here to help with the problem on the other side, so we'll probably get to work here quickly to help your people. I have some other things I'd like to try to help the city long term if you don't mind us being here for a bit.
We could use all the help we could if we lost 5 of our own in that strike.
I won't hit you with too much bullshit now. We can get to work on the other side. How many do you have there?
We have one whole pack right now facing down Banes. We've got another pack here dealing with the homeless, and then we have another pack going north to New York to try and bring help. And then you have me and the Master of Right keeping the Karen alive.
We'll get to work in the immediate danger then. We can come back later if we're successful with that and keep things stable. He'll look over it. Kyle?
It looks like you need healing at least. Are there others that do?
Many. We have, if you can, find the ones. We sent them to the mall because that's where most of the Banes have been popping up, with the soldiers moving around and doing what they do to civilians when they view it as a war zone, and have been generating Banes.
Is there anything planned? And I understand how stretched you are, but is there anything planned to cut the problem off at its source?
We've been thinking, but we are stretched, and, well, we tend to stand out at any sort of fancy gatherings, though less so now. We've been trying to do raids on the military, but we're trying to balance that with making sure they don't crack down on the civilians more and generate even more Banes in the Umbra.
Zeb, you mentioned your idea for a Spirit of Liberty, but there wasn't one here. We are uniquely positioned, though, at the capital, to bring both outside people and perhaps spirits, particularly if they brought the Spirit of Liberty with them. If we could convince enough outsiders to march here.
That is my line of thinking, and I appreciate you spurring it on. My thought is if we can get things stable, at least on the other side, then yes, we bring others in. It's also why I believe the rabble might be the group to do it. Liberty being one of those things you inherently have, you don't ever have to earn or receive. And that by, yes, taking that action and having some skin in the game, as if we don't already, might help with attracting that. It's why I think it would be something a little bit long term, because we'd have to. You're right, bringing it here, we don't want to destroy it, right? So we're going to be taking a couple of long-term actions to see if we can try to make that happen, and it means we're going to probably get a lot of people killed.
Yes, though I did not mean the rabble. I did not mean Garu.
You mean
I meant
people.
Just humans.
I think that too, and that was part of my point on this, was the skin in the game part being, yes, we need to bring humans in, but part of it too is if we're trying to demonstrate to spirits that this means something to us too, that we're also risking ourselves. It's not enough. It shouldn't be one or the other. It shouldn't be binary, right?
No.
So no, I think I agree with you, and that's what I meant when it came to death. If we're trying to inspire average outside people to come here, it would take a little time, but exactly to that, it would mean a lot of folks in danger, a lot of things happening, and I am mindful of the fact that we don't want to destroy the cairn here. So operating in line with the spirits that are already here to try to help them and not harm them if we do something like this.
What are you thinking? Mother Tamara speaks up.
I will tell you the less crazy of the two things that I'm thinking. It is that we might inspire or awaken the spirit of liberty here to try to put down what's occurring, and what that might mean is an uprising in the city. The secondary part of this is that through the gifts that Gaia gave me and some actions that we might take is I might kill the president.
I'm not against that. It would leave this country a bit leaderless given everything, but I don't think that's bad necessarily either, especially if we reawaken the sense of liberty in the people through the Umbra.
I think we have, and I hate to call it this, but a great advantage in the fact that it was this country that started this. I think it has been decades since the people of this country have actually seen the effects of the wars that they propagate. And now they do. And I think if our Glasswalker friend could help us gain access to a broadcasting station, hijack some conservative news, and tell them, well, the truth. That our country started this, our country brought this all on us, and it was our leadership, both president and vice president, who just about everyone voted for, one of the two, that caused all of this. And I think there's a very good chance that whoever came to lead afterwards would end this war. With capitulation, yes, but that is certainly better for us.
It's also why we're having this conversation here and not trying to convince the Red Talons or some of the lupus porn that we're going to do this, because they wouldn't probably stand for it. But yes, and it's also fortunate because I happen to know a guy that did a pretty good job persuading some white supremacists that their cause was wrong, and he might be the person I could make the face of such an operation if it were to begin to take place.
I've heard of Kyle Guard's lowest rank challenge. It's part of the songs that those who sing of him bring up many a times now. The Peacekeeper, and the Wound Mender, though the wound is of the spirit.
That just means I need more help from my Thurge friends who understand such things better than I.
Well, part one is taking care of this gaping goddamn wound or Gaia-damned wound that's across the veil, and thereafter we can try to figure out any other great harrowing inventions we care to undertake.
My Master of Rites says that there used to be a den realm there, but it seems with the crackdown and everything, the den realm degraded, and then the nuclear strike ripped a hole in it. That's what punctured the gaping wound into the dark Umbra.
Would simply purifying the area mend this wound, or would it just purify the area?
It would simply purify the area. Death isn't corrupt in and of itself. Death is a part of the cycle of life.
There might be some help that we can get from them to try to assist us in retaking this city in the same way they'd like to retake theirs, looking at some of the horrors on the other side. Again, that's something I can I'll take on myself, or we will take on. You don't mind me volunteering your pack, Kyle. Like I said,
Never.
We can get to work.
Thank you. The pack that I sent out should be returning here in a few days, if you can wait that long. If not, we can try and help you in whatever ways we can.
The pack that you sent north, or the pack that's out there currently?
The one we sent north.
4 days is 4 days too long, that I don't want to see this continue on the other side of the Umbra. We'll get to work. We'll still be here. Or dead. Zeb will hand her some of the cash they had taken from that ATM a while back for whatever, and we'll go off and see about getting to work.
She thanks you.
And start with healing,
Oh, yes.
since she needed it as well.
Alright, Mother's Touch, and her rage right now is sitting at 4. Fully healed. As the wound finally closes up, she thanks you, and she takes some of the cash, she starts going off, and she just starts slowly handing it to people, as she seems to be prioritizing groups with children to make sure that they are fed and clothed first. Alright, what are y'all gonna do now?
Do we want to go right to that wound, or do we want to find that pack that needs healing first?
I'd rather find. I like the way you think. Let's find that other pack and see if we can assist them and maybe give a little support, because there might be a couple of things that they can help us do while we take care of the rest and make sure they're not dead.
Alright, you guys get to the Umbra using the nearby cairn. The place is a madhouse. Like I said, the Umbra is filled with police spirits resembling rabid dogs. There are scrags running the streets, cackling and feasting on Gaian spirits. And once you get to the mall, you see a pack of 4 Adrian Garu cut and bloodied as they've been fighting spirits. The corpses and the ephemera of the spirits littered everywhere. They've been fighting for days and have been performing rites to strengthen Weaver and Gaian spirit equally, simply to give themselves a leg up.
For the sake of recording, we'll go up, give said introductions, and get a look at maybe how screwed up they are to help them out, and then figure out what they've been up against.
They have varying levels of wound. Their Arun is actually doing pretty alright. Their Thurge seems to be the worst for wear. and their galliard is second place. The Ragabosh seems to have the second fewest wounds, likely due to them striking from the shadows.
Mark will heal the Thurge.
Okay. Their rage currently is 6 due to all the combat.
Okay.
I'll try and heal the Arun, I guess.
Their rage is 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, that's
6 and 7.
not great.
Yeah, 6, 7.
At least they're doing well on resources, you know?
Yeah, I'm surprised that their rage is so high.
They've been splitting their die pools to try and keep a reserve in case they have to flee.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll take the Galliard.
Thurge is fully healed. The Arun
Heal
is
the...
not fully healed, but close.
What's the Galliard's rage, Keegan?
The Galliard's rage is 4, actually. And the Galliard is fully healed. Thank you, siblings, speaks the Arun. Timothy throws dumpsters.
Of course.
Have you been able to get close enough to where these things are coming out of?
They come from everywhere. They boil out of this place because of the human activity. They boil out of the White House, whatever in Malfeast they're doing there. The red star glows and it moves the damn things like a tide. And then there is the wound and the hungry ghosts that seem to feed these spirits as they're torn apart and they rush into the city.
We want to go for the wound. Is there something you'd like us to help take out before we make that move?
How long do you plan on staying in the city?
A while.
Ah, damn. How good are you at hiding your faces?
Pretty good.
There's a human general here who's been allowing these atrocities to happen in here to the civilians. When his soldiers get out of control and drunk, kill him.
He moves about the city, or he has a place that he calls his domain?
His domain tends to be at the nicest hotel still standing, about 4 miles north of here. Gives you the address.
Do you know if they allow civilians, or is it only soldiers inside?
It's almost all soldiers inside. You'll have to enter through the Umbra. You may want to gather
Or
some
soldiers.
information. Or soldiers. Gather information on what room he is in. But there are 5 penthouse suites, and it seems that the president is rewarding him with one of them.
Tyler, you had your mic on, so I wasn't sure if you were about to say something. I want to interrupt you.
Well, a general is good practice for a president.
You're not wrong. Do we want to divert for that now, or take care of the thing here now and then go for him?
Traversing and sneaking in the Umbra will be less difficult if we heal the wound first.
It is also the most important thing we have to do. If we wait, well, what we're looking for might not be there.
How are we going to heal the Umbra, exactly?
$1 million question. If only you were a Ragabash. I think there's something that we can do here on the flank, as I think I've heard it said. Taking care of this issue currently that's causing terror and is a problem that needs to be handled by the Guru here that are in the city takes a little bit of pressure off. It presents us an opportunity to do things a little bit better. Both are dangerous. One far more dangerous than the other. I don't think it's going to take us a week to kill this mortal. Otherwise, we don't deserve to be in the position that we're in. And it might give us a little bit of a better idea of things that are being generated before we go to try to close this wound.
That's fair. I worry that whatever resources we do spend to bring him down are resources that we will actually need on the wound. Worst case scenario, we level the building. I mean, if it's all soldiers anyway.
The point to be made here is that hopefully we hide our faces, otherwise once he's dead it will start a manhunt across the city looking for people that look like us. And since we look like a bunch of degenerate deadbeats, unfortunately that usually means that innocent people with no money get wound up into things like that.
No, that's fair. If we're killing him face to face, I think the answer is dazzling him and then making it look like he took his own life.
I was just going to rip him into the Umbra and have him experience the horror show for himself.
I like that more. Then he's just missing.
We make the body appear later.
If we remember.
I want to use it as a message for people. So if we kill him, someone that's been terrorizing them, and his body reappears later, it's a symbol. Like we did before in the other cities when we killed people in power.
Sure. Write a message in blood. That sounds good.
I don't know how many songs are going to be written about the 6 Garo that it took to kill one old soldier man, but nothing's ever as easy as it appears.
Those Galliards are pretty good at spinning tales. I'm sure they'll find a way.
I'll find a way.
They said a couple miles from here.
It's about 5 miles north.
We'll take a look.
As you go through, it is opulent. It's basically 5 buildings connected via bridges and things like that to look almost like a castle, sitting and glowering over the shattered city around it. It is impressive, and in the Umbra, it barely registers because it looks like a giant mass of spider silk currently. Though it looks like you can get in, it has enough of a shape now, especially with the fear of people, that it looks like a blend of spider silk and then almost a gothic castle with darkened windows filled with cobwebs and patches of crumbling earth.
You said this was, there's multiple penthouse suites, but how many floors is this hotel?
It is 36 stories on each building.
Okay.
I think part of this is we see, at least this, if we can figure out when he makes an appearance, and if there are certain vices and or things he sends out for, women or booze or food or what have you.
That can be done with the charisma streetwise. Actually, manipulation streetwise, because you're trying to hide yourselves. Difficulty 8.
Oof.
Our truth. Your time has come.
Dimitri coming in clutch.
Right. Oh, 5 successes.
You discover that he gets regular shipments about every 3 days. It seems that not everyone who violates the law is sent to work or sent to be killed. If they're pretty enough, it seems that they are given a makeover, a bath, a dress, and sent to the hotel. Though, as far as you're aware from your contacts, no one sees them again either.
I'll share this with both packs, and Dimitri will say, sounds like they don't send everyone to work. He gets a shipment of people that they clean up and dress up every 3 days.
Gross.
I'm inclined to think that means we follow them to try to find him.
If any of us are pretty enough, we could commit some light crime. It'd be pretty easy to follow the shadow in the Umbra.
One, Dimitri is not the gender that the general is looking for, but I do love the spirit.
If it was just charisma or whatever, no, it's appearance, yeah.
Yeah.
Cora's got 5 charisma and 3 appearance.
She could maybe talk her way into it. What's her
But she's
expression?
also a massive fucking athlete and would not appear to be someone to just be taken advantage of by some
That's
fat,
true.
overweight man.
That's true. She also has the 6 strength.
Right. And the 8 rage? Yeah.
And the 8 rage, and but to be fair, he might like
The
giant
apex predator? The apex predator? That could
He is
be a
in
thing.
fact just looking for Snoo. Like,
She's 5'11" in her Hamid form. Like, he might just be looking for giant women. No, that would be difficult to pull off.
Assuming that his thing isn't feeling powerful, right? Because subduing someone strong would make him feel even more powerful.
That's true.
that might take a little more snooping to try and figure out.
Yeah, beyond the obvious, what is he doing? Yeah, what does he want? Women.
I'm also inclined in just waiting for that next group, and then we can violently enter the location once we determine where they end up.
Yeah, which room, and then we can, swing in through the window, smash.
How long do we have?
That's up to you guys.
No, for the next shipment.
Oh, gotcha. It happens every couple of days, so if you wait around, you'll be able to figure it out pretty quick.
I think that's the play. We'll wait around to keep an eye out for a shipment.
Do we know anything about how the shipment is brought in?
It is brought in by a military vehicle. Typically, the supply vehicles that are being brought into the hotel have crimson stripes.
How much money are we allowed to borrow from William?
I mean, he's not here, so it'd be a dick fucking move to be taking his cash.
What are you trying to do? Or what are you
50
looking
or
to do?
60,000.
Just pilfer the pack treasury. Is that what you're gonna do?
He has average wealth now from all the failed
he's just a
ventures.
normal guy.
No, I want everything.
He's a dude.
Yeah.
Well, no, my question was because it might be easier for us to figure out where this room is if we can be inside the hotel without being suspicious about it. So I was thinking maybe one or two of our lowest rage members can go in dressed fancy-like and pretend to be there for a purpose, like we're staying here type of thing, and even reserve a room or something.
Well, it's mostly military is what you were told.
Oh, okay.
It's been acquisitioned by the military.
Oh, fair enough. Then we pivot a little bit and get military outfits. I don't know.
Not a bad idea.
I agree. Actually, we should just kill a bunch of Joes and steal their shit. Not near here. I think that's exactly what we should do. My other question, what's the gauntlet for this building?
It is...
What's the gauntlet rating here?
The gauntlet rating here is... It is... 7. You're outside of the inner city.
Great. So my recommendation is steal some military uniforms and equipment by killing people that aren't near here, which is fine. The other thing we can do, though, is I will just go with William into the Umbra. We will fly up to the top of this place, and we will look for this man, if he is here, and figure out very quickly where he might be. And he has an earpiece, so he can contact all of you. And then if we want to sneak in, you can sneak in with the people to get in faster, unless we just go through the Umbra and smash and grab. But there could be some finesse behind doing it a different way, especially if it looks like the soldiers are fighting each other, which has a message that would be very useful to us if that were to happen. It would inspire soldiers that are actually decent human beings to maybe not be down with what the fuck is going on if this dude gets killed.
This could be our opportunity to sow some dissidence too. You're right.
So I can just go look now. Hell, we don't even have to wait very long, and then figure out what we want to steal after that if we can just find this dude right away. Because now it's just about trying to get in.
Well, I mean, it might
theatrical.
It might be easier to just, figure out what room he's in with your flight and smash and grab. That'll probably be easier.
But I like the long play if we can get something going on here. If we can drive some wedges here, this is good. This is good. We need to think long term if we want to try to make it happen. If what we want to do is something we want to make done. I think Cora, I think your plan is sound to at least appear as soldiers. I think that starts some shit that we want to happen quickly.
If we can pick fights.
What do you think?
With the soldiers here, then if we can pick fights with the people here, with some of the soldiers here, then I think that would definitely show some not everything's okay in Hunky Dory Town. And
if some people dressed as soldiers start defending those people, that's what we want. But part one, unless anyone else wants to come, we can all go. No need to not have everyone go if we want to. We can go try to look for this dude from the other side of the gauntlet in these buildings. And each member of the elements can carry a member of the Formori's band and fly up to the top of the building and look.
No need for me to weigh you down. It's just reconnaissance.
All right, so we will go across and fly up, Keegan, and look and see to find this dude on the other side.
And you find him. General, he's not a pudgy general. He's kept it in shape. He has this appearance of well-cut, well-mannered, things like that. He's eating his food, having a pleasant conversation with other military leaders, and having a velocity call with the president at the same time.
Well, hot damn.
Oh no, if a whole room is thoroughly splattered and soaked with blood of our major military leaders, that would be a terrible thing to come across and find.
Yeah, it would.
It would
This
be
is
a shame
important.
if would be a shame if somebody broke the window and they all fell out.
It might be best if we just do this quickly so that they're all still here. But after they're not on the phone with the president, because
Or
we
if
don't
they
want
are
them
on
to
the
see
phone with
that.
the president.
Well, if they're on the phone with the president, you wanted to think long term. If they're on the phone with the president, then the president gets more security.
No, that's fair. I think we can start some shit pretty quickly with this. So yes, via earpiece, let the rest of the team know what's happening. We're going to come down and get them, and when this phone call ends, we are going to cross over the gauntlet.
Sounds good. That information is relayed to y'all.
Mark will confirm.
I will fly down, and Cora's too big. Kyle is just Zeb's size. Carry him back up to the top. Let Big Will carry Cora.
Dimitri will carry Mark.
And you carry them up. You wait a good hour and a half before the president finally hangs up.
So I suppose if anyone wants to activate gifts, now would be the time prior to crossing over.
So this is just going to be a room full of just people.
You never know. Hopefully.
Actually, yeah. You know, better have, not need.
How many people are security in there?
There are 4 soldier security in the room. There's more outside the room.
Of course, yeah.
Keegan, I have 3 successes on Sense the Unnatural because I want to determine kind of anything that might be in effect in this place that seems out of place other than, the normal umbral things.
Nothing that you can smell.
While we wait, I will activate Song of Heroes.
And everyone loses
I
3
tried to
dice
activate
to
Song
brawl.
of Heroes. It did not go well.
You botched Song of Heroes.
Oh, that's bad.
Sure is. Do you want to mulligan that? Or do you want to have some fun?
Yeah, I'll...
Don't let him convince you to... Don't
do that.
No, I'll
do that.
It's not fun.
Think of the one experience point you could have.
I've got 21 others in the bank. That's fine.
What if
That
you had 22?
experience point is just
I'll
the
use that
glowing
one.
bubble of the angler fish of the surprise.
All right, so everyone gets 2 dots of Brawl from Song of Heroes.
Robbed me.
I'm just going to spend a will point for resist pain. And I'll stipulate kind of like I'll have a jam technology at the ready when we drop in. Or jam weapon. I'll do a jam weapon.
Okay.
Or is that singular? I would have the jam weapon
Jam.
for individuals.
Let's see. I think jam weapon is general, but we'll take a quick look just to be sure.
Okay. Because I got the mechanic rule written next to jam weapon. I don't have the contextual rule. You know what I mean? Like how to use it. Let me look too.
Yeah, it's because you base it off the highest willpower in the room, so
Okay.
that's for everyone.
All right, sweet, yeah, and I will still do that. I will do a jam weapon
When you jump
pretty
over.
much, like when we jump over, pretty much like that's gonna be preemptive move right there.
Well, you'll have it at the ready, and we'll roll a
Yes,
chance
that's-
die to see if you get it off before they notice. Because you also
Okay, sweet.
shout so they will notice you once you activate it. And I
Exactly.
assume you guys are going to
Okay.
cross over into like the bathroom or something like that, and then come out.
Right. And yeah, for the hotel, whether it's the room's bathroom or a hall bath, whatever, or like if there's a whatever we can, right?
Yeah. All right. Let us get the groups, the 2 packs Gnosis rolls. As you do go into the bathroom, you shuffle in. Zeb peeks. The coast is clear currently. The door is closed. It's diff 7, 1 for each pack. Gnosis roll. Instantaneously for Zeb, and I'm guessing you're all in Krynos form. Cool. Mark takes 30 seconds.
Then I will do my jam weapon. Or do they have to be in sight of me?
Within earshot. So that would include the
Oh,
ones
perfect.
outside as well.
And then just a clarifying question about how the room is laid out. So we're in the bathroom. They're in another room.
Yes.
What is the direct connection? Is it just the doorway and we're there? Or is there a hallway?
There's
something?
a hallway. There's a hallway that leads into a living room style area.
Ooh.
I have one more roll I want to make real quick.
Sure.
While
Before
she's
we leave
typing
this-
that up, what's the highest willpower in the room? For my roll?
5.
Easy. Oh, whoa, knock on wood. Okay.
Before we all walk out of this room, I will ask you all to brace yourselves for a moment, and then we will make our move.
This is Visage of Fenris. Charisma Intimidation. Everyone, all of our enemies lose 1 initiative rating. 1 point in initiative. Oh, also for you guys, seeing me, you have -1 to difficulty for social rolls. So that's cool.
Okay.
From my Krino social rolls. No, but the one roll you all do to cow people to keep them from attacking is a bonus for a social roll, right? So that's a good one. That's good.
Mhm.
Really. So,
Intimidation
do we
is a
want
social roll.
Do we want my jam weapon shout to be the signal to go?
I'm actually going to use Umbral Quake first, which is why Zeb wanted you all to hang on. And then you
okay.
can absolutely shout if you want to after that, but we're going to knock everyone down and go. And then you can certainly shout.
Yeah, heck, as the earthquake is going, I'll shout.
Could be realistic too. Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, yeah.
Well,
Let's
you
make it
shout,
that.
you
Let's make
shout the ancient words. Like, the
Oh.
Garu
Yeah, I
shouts
know.
an
So it's
ancient
not like
word
a-
of power and grace.
I'm well. Even better when you're falling down.
Let's do that. I still want to do that. That sounds funny.
Okay.
Okay. I will spend a gnosis Keegan for Umbral Quake, and they will fall down, and I will have instructed my compatriots to hang on to something, and then we will go.
And during the quake, I will make my Garu panic shout. Oh, man.
Jam for 1 round.
And on our way, if there anyone in a military uniform in this hallway, we will kill them.
Yep.
No one's going to live as we make
Yeah.
our way to this room.
Yes.
Yep.
As you run in, they all freak out in typical delirium fashion. Some of the soldiers kick in the door who are guarding outside. They also freak out in fashion. Their guns clicking for 1 turn. To kill, all of them before their weapons turn back on. I need at least a total of, from the group, 3 points of rage spent.
I'll contribute a point.
The third will contribute.
I'll contribute.
Yeah, I'll do one.
I can...
Oh, we're so excited.
As you start smashing, let's get a good description of murder from each of you. Who wants to go first with the murdering? The person who spent rage, you get to do 2 murders in your description.
Zeb's standard
Ooh,
murder is always the strangulation while looking them with his single eye into their eyes, because he likes to make it personal. He doesn't claw; he crushes.
Perfect. As you hold, looking, the gasp, and then the snap, like a fucking chicken neck. Next.
I can go next. I have a pretty interesting one, maybe.
Hey, over here! I like murder too.
I do like murder. I have a fun scene in my head, but I don't know if I can articulate it right. I would like Cora to. She's gonna have fun with it. She's gonna someone's head just smash, grab it, and just squeeze, and then swing the dead body at another person, and then claw at them until they're dead. I feel like that'll be a fun
Perfect. So
way
you
because
grab-
they've fallen prone now because they've been
Yeah.
knocked by a dead body.
Yes, you grab one, their head squishes like an overripe melon, blood and brains and skull coating your clawed hands as you fling them by the tatters of spinal cord and brain matter still within your fingers, as the body goes boomeranging and twirling into another as you jump and you claw. 1 claw was probably enough, but to be sure, another strikes as your claws strike the beautiful tiled floor beneath, marking grooves all the way down to the plywood beneath as the blood pools and will soon create bloody streaks in the room below.
Sick. Love it. Thank you for articulating what I was seeing in my head.
You're welcome.
Dimitri will go after the two guards that barge in from the hallway. He'll pick both of them up, bash them together like a kid playing with two action figures, and then throw each of them at one of the other yet to die humans, and he's basically going to stand guard at the door and stop anybody from leaving.
Cool. All right. Next.
Let's do a classic for my first one. Kind of like the first and second one are kind of lined up with each other. First one, we'll just simply grab him by my giant Krynos hand and smash his head through the bathroom wall. And then for the second one, we're going to give like a nice, basically, see if I could get him through the ceiling, kick to the crotch.
All right, you do so.
And Kyle is going to dazzle one of the soldiers with a gun, take the gun from him, and wait for it to wear off, the jam weapon to wear off, and just put a bullet in the temple.
Perfect. And the room has been cleared, and you hear the panic of soldiers below and across the room as people see Dimitri and freak out. Dimitri, you have to lunge and kill them as you go, as they come out. All right, what's the next plan? Place is a ticking time bomb.
Do we want to dress up and make our way out, or do we just want to go through the Umbra and grab this dude?
If we've got time to dress up, that's always fun. That way we can sow discord as we're leaving. But if we don't have time for it, then probably best to just skedaddle.
It's been a long time since I've had to think about this, so I'm sure we've covered it 5 or 6 years ago. But when the Thurge is trying to get us through into the Umbra, does the rest of the pack have to be sitting in quiet contemplation with them?
For the most part,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. I don't know. What's the state of some of these uniforms that we were going to steal?
Oh, one
Well, I
of them's
strangled
fine.
my guy for a reason.
Yeah. One guy's strangled.
And
One
I
guy's
shot
head is
mine through
gone.
the head.
Yeah. Another
One
one's
guy's head is
missing just-
gone, and one guy's testicles went to his brain.
Yeah.
Who killed the guy?
We'll go
I
with
guess
Kyle.
what condition is he in?
We'll
Okay.
have Kyle have done it.
Now, would
Or
Okay,
no, we'll let
yeah,
it be
I
Zeb.
feel like I'm-
Zeb came up with the
Okay.
plan. It'll be Zeb's. That was a little too
Okay.
personal for some just random jackass.
I feel I was about to start overthinking it, so it's kind of just putting the question out there now. Are we gonna
It's either
just
fun
grab
or we try
uniforms?
to
Because I'm so down.
A-team it. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna try to A-team it, or are we just gonna go?
Let's A-team it. I say we A-team it.
We're
As
gonna
Mark
A-team
starts
it?
going for
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna
Mark
A-team
switches
it.
to human. Yeah, switch to human. Find some uniform that fits.
I'm gonna strip this dude down, Keegan. I'm gonna put his body in the Umbra because I can,
Okay.
and I'll just come get it later.
Sure.
And I will raise my appearance to his as appropriate with Beyond Human,
Okay.
and I will put on his outfit.
Perfect. You succeed.
And we're all gonna dress up as your guards. Like, move, get out of the way.
This is how we A-team it.
Love it. I love it.
So
And
okay, so
because
player to
Zeb's
player.
rage of 7 is increased authority, he will just be shouting orders, and instead of manifesting as a predator, he manifests as someone in charge.
So how are we gonna play this off? We're gonna play this off as these people disagreed with the great general here, and were duly summarily executed because they were against all this slavery, something like that.
No, we're going to shout lots of contradictory orders and chaos and send people in every which way, and we're going to make it out of here. And they're not going to know what the hell happened.
Okay, well I'll follow your lead.
And, I mean, if you all happen to kill a bunch of scumbags on the way out, that's fine. Let this general and these people be labeled as being a traitor. But, yeah, let's not talk about execution. Let's not talk about any junk like that. Just carve the word accountability on the wall, and we're going to go. And we're going to make sure that we mass confuse what the fuck's going on the way out. And anyone that we can't get past, Kyle can dazzle. Or you kill. Up to you.
Well, sounds good.
And assuming guards come up, the minute like we're dressed and we're ready and we're all kind of like out the door, that's when it's just like shouting contradictory shit at people.
Perfect.
You get over there! What the hell is this? How did you let this happen? And go.
You guys do that. You go. Cora, would you like to sneakily drop a grenade in one of the rooms as you're walking?
Of course. Thank you for offering.
Charisma
that'd be
stealth,
beautiful.
please.
Oh, hell yeah.
Diff
What's
6.
my diff 6?
Yep.
Maybe? Hey.
Yep. You succeed as it drops to the side. Going. Zeb gives it orders for guys to go in there, and you hear the shouts and screams before the grenade goes off, filling them with shrapnel. As you turn around, you start shouting back at them, things like that. There's this horrid wave of violence and fear. Some guns go off as discipline breaks down in various places in the building before you finally get out, and you've taken care of what you need to take care of. Now, you have some allies to help you with the Rift, but that is a story for next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We're going to catch you in that next episode. Bye.
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 Catch you then.